Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Grim here and welcome to another video. A thing that for a very long time I was afraid to try and perfect was using the League of Anarchy with Last Savage Joker in phase 1. Because I perceived it to be a very hard thing to pull off, and it has a little bit of a learning curve, to be honest. Like, you can't just get into the fight and do well with this team, but at the same time it's not that hard at all once you get the gist of it, and I just wanted to share this experience with you. This will just be me showing you my character builds, which are trash right now, by the way. If you want the actual character builds, just search on my channel. I have the perfect builds for the both of them. Then I'll show you some gameplay, and I just want to share this experience with you. But yeah, getting into the Last Savage Joker build, like, look at those talents. Look at those talents. I'm even ashamed to show this character. I'm even ashamed to show this character at some point, but I'm not investing into her because I see Heartbreak Harley Quinn as far more of a priority right now for me. Now, getting into his stats, like, he's got the max critical attack chance, max critical attack damage, max effects attack chance. Like, ideally he would need some lethal attack chance for my lethal attack damage on tab, but that's not a must. But he's like, even without that, he's like 2.5k away from having a perfect build, or 2k, or something like that. And when we get, though granted it's a level 70 gears, and when you get to a Mind Entangling Poison Ivy, it gets even worse, because in terms of offensive stats, she barely has anything. Like, All Blades is pretty much the only thing that makes her deal enough to heal Last Savage Joker, but she's tanky enough to survive the super move. But yeah, those are the characters that I'm going to be using. The artifacts that I put on them are kind of irrelevant. By the time I was making the video, I had like one of the All Blades was level 9 and one of them was level 10. And like, this one is garbage. I didn't invest anything into it in terms of stats, in terms of passive bonuses. And this one has lethal attack damage to rolls, but it's going to be irrelevant since I don't have lethal attack chance on them. But granted, that 570 attack will help. So with all being said, let's get into the fights. Okay, so getting into this, we're going to use Just League Flash as a support. I could have used Classic Superman instead, since it really hurt me that it doesn't hurt you that much in phase 1, but it's ideal to have Armor Pierce on basic attacks on Last Savage Joker. But I'm going to use Just League Flash anyway. We didn't start off on the right foot here, though. Like, we cleared them fast enough. Now taking Poison Ivy in. Over here it was a little bit of a mistake on my part, because I should have gotten the flash killed as soon as possible, but he's going to die now. I guess it's not too late. Now entangling Poison Ivy in, and we're going to try and tag in Last Savage Joker for a super move. That's why we're not tagging in the right way. But I'm going to, at the very least, I'm going to try to pull off the mid combo tag in throughout this fight. And when I get the time, I'll actually make a more in-depth guide on this. Like, this actually has been around for a very long time, but I just didn't want to make a guide on it before I had a full grasp on it. So let's have Joker in, entangling Poison Ivy in, going for a full string, doing 2 hits, and over there it was my bad. Okay. We didn't start off great. This doesn't look promises, but bear with me, it will get better. Let's have Joker in, not the ideal tag in there, as I said. Entangling Poison Ivy in. There we go, that's the mid combo tag-in. You pretty much tag in into a swipe route after 2 basics with Entangling Poison Ivy. It can be a little bit tricky because her second basic hits the enemy twice, so it might seem like she's doing 3 basic attacks, but it's after 2 taps. And it's a little bit hard to pull off because you're kind of tapping ahead of time anyway. So it'll take some time getting used to, but once you do this, phase 1 will be so far more easy than you're used to. Like, the only thing that can go wrong at this point, because while doing the strategy, Brainiac is never going to use a special attack for some reason. He's literally never going to use a special attack. Like, the only time when he could be able to use a special attack is right now when you back off with the Entangling Poison Ivy, and always, as far as I've seen, he's going to respond to that by swiping towards you. And when he swipes towards you, or jumps, but he's not going to do any special attack, just trust me on that one. It's been tested by other people, it's been found by other people. We'll get carried to the guy who came up with the strategy as far as I'm aware in the next videos, where I'll break it down for you and explain it in depth. But yeah, with this trash League of Anarchy team, I'm able to one-shot tier 7, and don't get me wrong, as I said in the past, I'm not the best in just mobile player, and people are easily one-shotting tier 8 at this point. People with like 4 gears out of 5 on Last of Joker one-shotting tier 8. Over there, I did a little bit of a mistake because you can fail the tagging combo after Joker with Entangling Poison Ivy if you don't properly do the Ghost Tap, the Ghost Tap being one tap after the swipe right. Right now I'm just going to keep the Joker in to just finish it already because I didn't have much room for more mistakes. And we're getting into phase 2, and once you get in phase 2 it's pretty much over for the most part. You're going to deal some damage with Last of Joker, but other than that, you shouldn't have much time either, your damage is not going to be too high. And again, this is just tier 8, I know, I'm fully aware of this, and there's people who one-shot it, this is just tier 7, and there's people who one-shot tier 8, which has pretty much double the health at that point, but I'm just proud with my little achievement and I wanted to share it with you. Again, getting into another fight, and those fights are not perfect and I'll have my mistakes here and there in each fight. Over here it went really well with killing the minions at the start, to be honest. I tag in Flash soon enough so he dies as soon as possible. Now we'll need to tag in and out to get enough for our super move. Like, just be careful to not take a special 2 from Brainiac with Last of Joker, because if he's not really at full health, even if you're blocking, he might die. Entangling Poison Ivy in. Now we're just trying to get into the game and get that combo started up, because once we get it started up, there's no stopping us. And as you've seen there, I didn't do the full string. Like, in theory, you can tag the Last of Joker at any time after 2 basic attacks with the strategy, but at the same time, you gotta wait for his tag cooldown. And you're pretty much using the special 2 with Last of Joker. Over there I did a mistake, like almost died there. That was a close call, not gonna lie, that was a close call. And I just wanted to get into that. You have to be careful, because when you do that tagging with Last of Joker, oh, another mistake, like over here I panicked previously because I got hit, but when you do the tagging with Last of Joker like that, you can't finish your combo into a swipe right, so you really gotta pay attention to that one. Because usually you're used to do a swipe right before a special attack, and that might be a little bit tricky. That's why I almost messed the entire fight up over there. Another thing is that your Entangling Poison Ivy needs to be tanky enough. Like, mine has 30k health and 55 defense. Like, yet again, she's very far from the perfect build, but she's able to take the super move even from tier 8. I also fought tier 8 with this. Didn't go as good, and I mean, it went as good, but the damage was kind of lackluster, so maybe we'll come back to that one when I get a little bit more of a better damage. But at the same time, as I said, I'm not going to invest anytime soon in Last of Joker or Entangling Poison Ivy, because right now Heartbreak Harley Quinn is such a better investment for soul raids. Going into a special 2, re-engage the combo, and yeah, pretty much you deal a huge amount of damage on your basic attacks, and the only reason why you do the special 2 is to extend the duration while you are able to stand in the fight and do basic attacks, because basic attacks are going to be like 90-95% of your damage with Last of Joker. And I've seen some people do like 2 special 2 strings at times. I gotta look into that. Like, I might be doing it wrong, because I do always only 1 string of special 2, but I'm like, I want 3 tap stacks at the beginning of my tagging. But with that being said, there's a lot of work to be done, there's a lot of perfecting towards the strategy to be done on my part, but it's a learning experience that I really wanted to share with you. And right now I think I understand strategy well enough to be able to make a guide on it. And I'll follow up with a guide on it, but don't worry, I'll not build it up upon my terrible gameplay. I'll just take the original video from the original creator of the strategy and kind of explain that one. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the videos, like it if you dislike it, maybe hit that bell button. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!